Hello, so this is my video for the topic 4 assignment, research-based intervention and remediation. So for this assignment, I chose case study A, which is a 3rd grade student. So just to talk a little bit about her and the plan I came up with. So her current reading plan, she's currently in 3rd grade and English is her first language. So she's not an English language learner. She does have an IEP, but she does not have an IEP, sorry, but she does receive Tier 2 RTI support for her reading. She also scored in the lower percentile when it comes to phonics, as well as she struggles with her reading fluency, as well as decoding certain words. So what I wanted to do was take the time to find a way to connect with her and her reading level and try to work with her on decoding and her fluency. So the 2 assessments I came up with for a whole class would be students will read a short passage about horses and answer questions relating to the passage. The reason why I chose horses is because she has an interest in horses, and even though maybe not every student in the classroom does, we can still relate a passage to horses for everyone to read about, so she will be more intrigued during the lesson. The second assessment is students will decode different multisyllabic words that are used in the passage. So in the passage, I'll make sure that there's like 3 to 5 multisyllabic words where students will be able to take the time after reading the passage to decode them. The 2 standards that I aligned this to was the first one, which is 3.rl.1, which says, ask and answer questions to demonstrate understanding of a text, referring explicitly to the text as the basis for the answers. So this is just showing how students will read a passage, comprehend what they have read by answering the questions and using the context clues within the text. The second standard is 3.RF.3, which says know and apply phonics and word analysis skills in decoding one-syllable or multisyllabic words. So this is where the multisyllabic decoding comes in, and students will work with an online application to master their decoding skills. So the performance objectives are all students will be able to read and answer questions about the passage with using context clues from the text. And the second objective is all students will be able to use an online tool to demonstrate decoding multisyllabic words. So the intervention I decided to put in place for this student is that during this time, students will be working in their reading groups hypothetically. So there will be small groups in place, and for her small group, I'll make sure that they have more time to complete the questions after reading through the passage. This will just allow for her and her group to take the time to go back and reread if they need to, which will also help with her fluency and will help with her comprehending the questions. For the summative assessment and or progress monitoring, I wanted to switch it up for my students, so I was trying to think of different ways how I could do that. One of the ways I came up with is having reading portfolios to keep track of their reading progress. So these will be guided reading notebooks where students will be able to put in all the resources and information and the things they've used during their reading to help them, and for me to go back and look to see how they're doing with their reading. And the technology-based application I decided to throw in was for the multisyllabic decoding. And I just found like an online tool or activity that you're able to put in multisyllabic words, so you can choose the words that you want. For me, the teacher, I would choose them, and I'm able to go in and decide what words are being used for the activity. Other than that, that's all I came up with for this intervention. I hope it would work for this student because she does struggle with her reading and her fluency, as well as the decoding, so I think adding these in will definitely improve her skills overall.